So he says, technically, we've been in a depression. It's a definition of the words. The words become flesh. So we've been in a depression since 2007. And a depression means subpar growth. So instead of growing at 3%, what records are saying we're growing at 2%, that balloon is coming down. That's the balloon that the Federal Reserve Bank, the Bank of England, blows the economy in. That little gondola there is us hanging beneath this balloon. So it's been pumping all this fake money into the system. And as our friend Jim Rickards said, we've actually been in a depression since 2007. And instead of letting the thing crash, they kept pumping money in, interest rates going down, interest rates going up and all this. But now the balloon is deflating. So here it is, 2023, that balloon is coming down. And this is the lesson. He said it clearly. He says, this is a global recession. And the trouble is the balloon is coming down. And so they're trying to pump it back up again by printing and all the stuff they do. They can't stop it. This is trash. So that's where the transformation takes place. Well, action speaks louder than words. So I tell people, this thing here is a pre-64 quarter. I would be looking for real money. So I say, go to a coin dealer and give them $5 and you buy one of these. And if that doesn't fry the brain cells between this year and this year, you're going, why am I paying $5 for a quarter? And that's where it starts. You got to start doing something different. And you say, I'm being cheated by my own government. And that's what happened for me in 65. Because I went to the academy in New York. I read this book here. I realize my parents are communists. They're good people. They believe in unions. They believe in paying taxes. They believe in all this stuff. I'm going, and they think they're rich or evil. I'm going, wait a minute. You guys are the ones. You're not teaching us anything. So that's where the story of Rich Dad, Poor Dad came out, Back in 1997, I said, I've got to say something. So I wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad, because of my rich dad, my best friend's father, who was teaching me to be a capitalist. Don't depend on anybody. This is 2023. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is still number one after 25. And I flunked out of school because I can't write. Can you imagine that? And all I do is write about, so I kept asking the question, I said, why don't they teach us about money? What are they teaching us today, about wokeism and Black Lives Matter and gender bending? What about money? I just can't believe our education system has gone so corrupt. And today, the number one debt for most young people are student loans. And they come out of school and they really can't even find a job that pays them that much. It makes ROI, return on investment. A college education doesn't make sense. There's no ROI on it. So when you think about that, it's our school system that's criminal too. There's a difference between a rich person and a poor person. Giving them money is not going to do it. I can give a poor person all the money in the world, and they'll still be poor. You give a crook all the money in the world, they'll still be a crook. You and I are watching the world come apart. And if we don't go through transformation, no more just go to school and get a job. We've got to go beyond that, Brian. And so I think that's what you and I, as now the senior citizens of the Zoom world, that's what we're pushing for. You cannot just give somebody money or send them to school. They've got to transform.
Small ebook, big impact, The Wealth Tree. The only 4 ways that will make you financially free forever. Download it here for free.
You just don't take a poor person and give them money. And maybe let me give you an example. But this here is a U.S. quarter. And if you're going to study money, you have to know the history of money. So this is a 1964 quarter. The date's important because in 1964, President Johnson took the silver out of money. And so when you turn, so I was 17 years old in 1964, I remember looking at this quarter going, it's copper. How can they cheat us like this? And there's a law called Gresham's Law. And Gresham's Law states that when fake money comes into the system, good money goes into hiding. So I'm a kid, 17 years old. I'm looking at this quarter. This is fake money. And what I did, I used to go caddy, make a buck caddying golf clubs. I'd go to the bank and I'd pull out all the fake quarters with the copper, and I'd keep the real copper, and I'd stuff it in my bag. So by the time I went to school in New York in 65, I had a bag of real quarters and dimes and half dollars. When I came back from school I went away. I came back in 1965. My mother had spent my quarters. And I said, then I had this blinding transformation. This is true. Poor people don't know the difference between real money and fake money. And that's why we have the problem. So I'll tell you one more story. So I'm at Safeway at the salad bar over there. I'm kind of the salad bar guru now. See, a lot of Americans know we're in trouble. They know we're in trouble. We've got to transform people. We just can't educate them. We just can't send them to school. We can't say vote for Republicans or Democrats or Tories or liberals or conservatives. It's a matter of transformation that you've been ripped off by your government. And so after 65, when I read this book here, I was in Vietnam in 66. I'm a student on board a ship. And I saw communism at work. Brian, that was transformation again. I went, oh my God. I saw people killing people and all this. I'm going, oh my God. So what happened was in 69, I graduated from the Merchant Marine Academy. We're the highest paid graduates in the world. Starting pay for my classmates was $120,000 a year.
That's amazing.
So in 1969, that was a lot of money. But I declined it because I said, I'm going to join the U.S. Marine Corps and go fight. Because I was so disturbed by what I read about this Communist Manifesto, which is why I wrote this book here, Capitalist Manifesto. And so in 1972, I was a Marine helicopter pilot on an aircraft carrier, and we're fighting the North Vietnamese were running south on us. And that exactly as you said, Brian, this is gold. In 71, President Nixon took this out of this. And what that allows, so we had more fake money. And when you have fake money, you can print as much as you like. So what happened in 71 and 64, this is real silver. This is real silver here. They could print as much as they like, and it blew the economy into this huge bubble. So our generation, the baby boomer generation from 71 on, we've had it the easiest of any generation in history. Well, you've been taught to work for fake money, and you buy fake stocks and you fake bonds, and everything's printed. And who controls the show then? Is Wall Street, the Treasury, and the government control your life. And you and I don't put up with that.